I just wanted to make a quick video on this realization that I had. So we have logical intelligence, we have, emotional intelligence, street smarts, all these different like forms of intelligence. And then let's call the encapsulation of all of them general intelligence. And I've come to learn that as I age, the most generally intelligent folk are also the most caring and considerate. I don't see in any reality how it works out to be emotionally satisfying, logically positive, so like even safety wise, like reputationally smart to disparage people, just because you're, I guess, unwilling to think your way through the steps of who you may be speaking with. For example, if I was to hire somebody to detail my car, I would apply careful consideration in my communication with them in the way of, I don't know this person. Maybe they're detailing my Corolla with a brain tumor and they're trying to pay off, like the bills, dude, associated with that. I don't know exactly who's working for me or with me, so I would try my best to be kind to them, just because, why would I not be? And I think it's kind of helped me find peace that majority of folks genuinely who would approach somebody detailing their car with like animosity or like they want haste out of somebody who's already doing their best. Or, folks who like they see somebody driving too slow on the highway, so they, like flip them off and they're upset the entire drive home. There's for sure, now, of course, there's going to be situations where this is a one-off, but folks who make that their entire way of being, there's a general intelligence gap. Like, they might be the most logically intelligent people in the world, but they sure are horrible emotionally. And it's been satisfying to me, and it's allowed me to move forward with peace, knowing that folks who are so quick to disparage others, especially those who are working for them, are just generally not all there, and that's okay. Not everyone has to be. In the past, it really affected me though. Like, I work in the business of audio, and I do mixing and mastering and post-production work, and artists often will they will drop me below like human status sometimes, because they put the creation process below their art in importance. Although I'm helping shape the tone, it's their track, therefore I'm kind of the inhuman hiree who like has to like read minds pretty much. And so egos can inflate, and in the past it was challenging for me to allow people to disparage me because I put them all on the same like playing field. But I found peace growing to the age that I am today, and realizing that there is a direct correlation between general intelligence and how kind you are to folks. Yeah, again, there's nothing wrong with having disparities in intelligence, but it's allowed me to take it less to heart. Like, it's clear this person, like just can't function on a peaceful wavelength. And to be quite honest, that sucks. That's sad for them, and I can't let that take me down, because I know I can function on that wavelength. So I will continue to function on that wavelength, and I will continue to love. And the only way that I start falling off that is if I let those people who are less generally intelligent eat at me in a way that prevents me from showing kindness to others. So yeah, I just wanted to make a quick video on that prospect. I think it's a very generally intelligent thing to do, to show love to folks and to just be kind. I love that about Jesse Pinkman. I think it's super like cool that although he's like a written kind of bad guy, that he's like really kind to bugs. I think that's why most people like him. Sorry, just to add to that last video, just because I don't believe that intelligence is a fixed value either. And just because folks haven't figured out how to live in a world that is one that we are all in together, and haven't sorted out like ways to behave morally or decently, I do not believe that they're without an arc of change. They totally can. It's just that they haven't, and they're where I was. And so therefore, the best way for me to respond is to not treat them as though they are where I am, because then I'm lifting them up to an unfair pedestal. I'm not God. I'm not I'm not extraordinarily intelligent myself, but if I was to look at them and say, oh, the way that you just responded to me, I can't believe that. You should be the way I am. That's what tanks me, It's like, and it's fair for them to not be like in a proper mind state to share the world with folks. It's damaging, but it's more damaging for it's doubly damaging for me as somebody who's aware of where they've potentially come from, or who is aware that they do not have at the time what it takes to behave in a social, moral manner. It is doubly damaging for me to let that spiral me, and for me to carry that with me home. It just spreads. It's like a virus. So while there is hope, and while they're not without potential redemption or without arcs of betterment, they also shouldn't be considered amongst the folks you would expect to be decent. That's the quickest way to destabilize.